we stopped worrying about volume and we started asking how many people really have got 5 to 7 customers. And what we realized is that we were good at getting somebody to order 500 volume points. We weren't as good at getting that person to be able to get 5 to 7 customers and look after 5 to 7 customers. And so we started asking this question over and over and over again. And we measured, we pulled reports off BizWorks. How many people are doing 500 personally purchased volume 3 months in a row? And our logic was, I might be good at getting David to convince buy 500 points this month. But the chances of me getting him to do it a second month when he hasn't sold his products from the first. The second, when he hasn't sold the products from the first, becomes slimmer. And the idea of getting somebody to buy 3 months in a row 500 volume points is very slim if they haven't sold the products from the first and second. So we decided 500 times 3 would be a good measure to see how many people really have got 5 to 7 customers. And so here's our stats. Here was our numbers in 2015. In June, we had 408 people who actually had done 500 points. July, 422. August, 446. By the way, there's a minute and a second where I want you to go, wow. I'll tell you when. Get ready. 514 in September, 560. This is how many people are doing 500 volume points once. What I wanted to know, though, is how many were doing it 3 months in a row. And June, July, August was 198. July, August, September, 227. August, September, October, 239. I want to remind you, we at this point are 15K President's team members. How many people do you need who really have got 5 to 7 happy customers? Anyone in the school got, anyone in the kids got, anyone in the kids?
Anyone in this audience have children?
That's what she said. Anyone got children? Any of them at school? Anyone, keep your hand up if there are more than 230 parents at the school in total, if you add up all the kids. We couldn't even, we had a 15K check and a 15K pin, and we only had about 230 parents at that school who truly had 5 to 7 customers. So we really got to work again in 2016.
What happened there?
Okay, I don't know what happened here. But I know the numbers, so forgive me. In fact, I'll read the numbers to you. So in 2016, this year, January, February, March, we were 729, 693, 692, 679. So we went from 400s to 600s and 700s doing 500 volume points. And we went from 198, 227, 239 to 356 and 372. And in that period we did 20K. This is where you're supposed to say, wow, they went from 198 to 372. Man, strategy's working, strategy's working. What a load of rubbish. Here's the reality. So, January 2016, our organization does 876,000 points. February, 884. March, 844. April, 866. There's our royalties, 20,000 royalties for those months. But here's the part that I want to show you, is on the left-hand side. We have, if you add up 2,136 senior consultants, 3 success builders, qualified producers, those who know the marketing plan, we have well over 3,000 people that have achieved 500 volume points once in their career. Well over 3,000 people who we have somehow helped to get to 500 volume points. And right now, we're managing to help 372 of the 3,000 truly have 5 to 7 happy customers. We now know, this is what we know. If we just change that, 5 to 7, if we change that from 350 to 700, we can go 40K. That's all we got to do. From 350, and where are we going to find the 700? Well, we've already got 9,000 members to go and work with. We actually don't even have to recruit anybody else. When we started to understand that, we asked ourselves what skills we need, And so we're going to get into a little bit about an Active World team, and hopefully this should explain the whole lot to you. You all know Active World team? 2.5, 4 months in a row, 5,000 in any 2 months by now. You've got that starting from July, so it's very exciting. 10,000 in 1 month, and 500 rolls. So, do you want to become Active World team? What you've got to do is, number one, you're going to need more supervisors. Do you agree? Or your supervisors need to do more. That's actually how you can't go Active World team without more supervisors, or your supervisors need doing more. So how do we do that? If we know that, sure. So I'm just sharing with you that all of this used to be animated. It used to pop out in like wonderful sequence.
But there's little explosions and fireworks.
Yeah, and 3D effects. Zoom through the audience. What you need to do, you need supervisors who are achieving between 2.5 to 10,000 points. You don't just need supervisors, you need supervisors who are doing between 2.5 and 10,000 points. If that's what you need, then you need supervisors in the team. If you need supervisors in the team, you're going to need members in development to supervisor. If you're going to need members in development, you need members with customers, and if you need members with customers, you're going to need a plan to develop members. So if you want to get Active World team, or Get team, or Millionaire team, or you want to help somebody else get team, Active World team, Millionaire team, you need a plan to develop members to supervisor. If you're getting that right, you'll grow. So let's put a plan together. What happens if this is my plan? Help my member, 500 volume points, 5 to 7 customers, 5 to 7 customers, 5 to 7 customers, 8 months down the road, brand new supervisor, 4,000 points. I've worked really hard for 8 months to develop my supervisor, my member to supervisor. He's done it with customers, he's done it the right way. Supervisors who qualify without downline volume. The average volume is 600 volume points a month for these supervisors. So for everyone in the room who's a new active supervisor, you work hard for the next year and you develop 10 new supervisors inside your organization this way. You've added 6,000 points a month onto your business, which is 300 royalty points a month onto your business. A lot of work for 300 royalty points a month. What happens if you did the same thing? But you learn to activate customers under your member. Learn to activate customers to become members who get customers. And if you, we'll talk about how this afternoon, we'll talk in detail about how to do that. But if you do that, suddenly I can take somebody on a supervisor journey where in month 1, 500 volume points. Because they have some skills called 15, 10, 5, 1, which we'll talk to all your members this afternoon. We're going to teach them in detail what to do. And they do 500 volume points, but they don't do 500 volume points buying product. They do 500 volume points with 5 to 7 customers. No more buying, just customers. And they bring in a new member, and in their second month, they do it again. And in their third month, they do it again. And in their fourth month, between the third and fourth month, they go supervisor. But if you create 10 supervisors this way, facts, proven, the average volume per supervisor is over 2,500 volume points. So I still work on developing supervisors, brand new active supervisor in the room over the next 10 months, 12 months, the next year. You develop 10 supervisors who are each averaging 2.5, 3, 4.5, 5,000 volume points. You are anywhere between get and get 2.5 from creating the 10 supervisors. Which supervisor do you want in your business? Do you want that one? Or do you want that one? Then it's a commitment to some new skills. And the new skills we've got to commit to is helping our members build their business with customers and downline volume on the journey to supervisor. Just that concept. Customers and downline volume. Not rushing supervisor until the structures are right. We're looking to make sure the structures are right. When you do that, you'll get more supervisors. You'll get supervisors who do more volume, and you'll end up with more royalty points.
I think what's lovely to mention at this point in time is the best way to actually, again, confirm that all of this is happening, and it's happening quicker than we actually even realize. There's two stories from South Africa: Awalani, who's an active World Team member, and Nandi. We just recently recognized both of them. We just had 2 weekends back-to-back with leadership development weekends in South Africa. Nandi is 17, still at school, but you're allowed to sign your application form at 16 with your parents' consent in South Africa. I don't know what it is in the UK, but it's 16 for us. Nandi has successfully gone out and done 15, 10, 5, 1 for the last 9 months now. But because she needed to lose some weight, her mom is she's a Get 2,500 member in Herbalife. Nandi lost 25 kilograms, and all her friends started seeing the results. And the friends' mothers were actually helping these daughters get on the products, and moms were upgrading to members. Long story short, the beautiful thing that's happened, and the journey that's happened, is that through retail and through just having fun with her business and making that daily cash by getting customers onto the program, Nandi was very happy with the money that she was making, as was Awalani. And all of this has been happening through shake parties and all kinds of gatherings. Nothing unique, nothing particular, but just gathering people, putting them on the scale, loving them, follow-up, all this diligent follow-up. But the best part was, over this weekend, was that Nandi walked into the room on the Friday, and she said, "What is a 10 customer form?" And we all looked at her and we said, "What do you mean? You just do it online?" She says, "I've never heard about it." We log on, and in the next day, 33,000 Rand, I don't know what that is in pounds, but it's divided by 20, hey? Yeah, divided by 20, was paid into her bank account. This is someone who is looking at Herbalife now that she wants to take as her full-time career when she finishes school this year. And she didn't even realize how much money is lying in her account. The same with Awalani, who's a medical doctor. She's finished her 7 years of internship and paying back to the South African, she's working in the hospitals, and the same thing, 54,000 Rand was paid into her bank account because she hadn't submitted a 10 customer form. Because these girls are just going out there and focusing on their 15, 10, 5, 1, focusing on finding happy customers, but happy. The appropriate word there is happy, not just customers who, whether they buy or not buy the next month is immaterial. Looking after them like gold, following up, sharing recipes, having fun with them, inviting them down to gatherings. And look what's happening. It's just amazing to see.